Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by StrikeForceEnergy.com. Put down the water and grab a fucking drink.
Bit of a somber start tonight, guys. I don't know if you guys have been following along online at home. There was also some articles written about it. I just read the lovely tribute in the Military Times. Mr. Matthew Alfred Best has passed away.
I'm fucking on the show, Rod.
Wait, what?
How dare you?
What?
Yeah,
He's back.
dude. God has the best Wi-Fi. It is amazing up here.
Wait, I want to go back to Alfred.
Yeah, is your middle name really Alfred?
Oh, did he just drop that bomb? Yeah, it is. How sweet is that?
Man.
Let's come back to Alfred.
This is fucking sweet. I'll be your guys' butler. I'm cool with that.
Sweet.
Yeah. Don't forget, I know
like
everything about your life. I was gonna let that run for a good hour. By the way, I mean I was gonna tell
Oh,
stories.
no, I don't want to make people upset. We had some people stirring rumors and shit. I am not
who
fucking
started
dead.
that? I get a text this morning from our lit agent saying, "Hey man, is Matt okay?" And I was like, "No, he's not." And that was all I text back. And he goes, "Shit, so he's fucking dead?" And I was like, "Wait, no, I think he tore his MCL or something. He's definitely not dead. I mean, he might as well be." But no,
definitely not dead.
Who started that?
Definitely.
Who started
Just
that fucking rumor
non-functional.
online?
I'm actually fairly functional right now. Like, I was out for 1 day. It's an LCL tear. It's not even that bad.
Okay.
Hey, Ross,
for little
I just
girls.
want to jump into this because we have a kind of a weird lineup today, but it's fucking awesome. So everybody's kind of traveling. We are getting hammered here at the Black Rifle office. I have Logan Stark, the director of content of Black Rifle Coffee. We have Josh, I'm the pro fighter. Tyler,
Oh, Just hey. heard Matt Best.
you know,
Hey.
From
Ready
Savage
Man.
Gentleman.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Savage Gentleman. And then, of course, Kit Cope, the fucking lovely, handsome Muay Thai kicking ass motherfucker that also is here at Black Rifle. So we're gonna have some fun tonight over here, Ross. What do you think about that?
Yes. Look, I'm drinking on the East Coast, and I love it.
And a live Matt Best.
And
I know.
alive, Matt Best.
Josh Tyler, I'm gonna start with you.
Okay.
Do you think Matthew Alfred Best should continue MMA due to all of his injuries this year? I have said no
Hold
repeatedly.
on, that was not even during MMA, fucktard.
Come on, it was. It wasn't. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, we were watching the fights.
All right, yeah. We were watching fights, and I will go on record as saying no one can hurt Matt Best but Matt Best. He's like adamantium, where that's the only thing that can damage it. So Matt Best started feeling froggy and decided we were going to do a little bit of grappling, and broke himself on me. Like I was merely the fulcrum of his injury. And he should continue because he's really talented, and I think he's got a good
got something
bright
in
future.
there.
He's got a career
Yeah,
ahead
he's
of
got
him.
something in there.
If
Yeah.
this
He
whole
keeps
Black
getting
Rifle
hurt,
coffee
though.
drinking bros,
He keeps getting hurt.
that's part of the game, man.
I'm glad my friends are nice, but realistically, he's like, I'm gonna do like a flying fucking triangle choke on. Pow! I was like, that wasn't a normal pop, and Josh's eyes are like fucking wide open. I'm like, I think I'm fine. He's like,
Yeah, Matt tried to tell me. He's like, no, it does that. I'm like, bro.
No, I've
ain't
I've
good.
heard those. I've
Ain't
heard
good.
those before.
it's all right. We're good to go, Ross.
So
You know?
you're back. You're running around. You're doing stuff again. Where's your level at?
I'm like I'm at a 7. You know, I got the brace. We're good to go. I was walking around fine today. So
He's
I
at
think
a
Matt Best 7.
7 out of 20,
Which is
though.
a 3 for everyone else.
Yeah. For
I'm
most
fine.
people.
You know, I got some Percocets that I'm not even taking. So you know, I'll use those later.
Those sell
what
great
that
around
means.
here.
Right? Just sling them to the Salt Lake community. Like, what's up? I know you can't
Well,
drink, take them perks,
well.
dog.
That first shipment goes to Wilmington, and that's an overnight, and I'll sign for that. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan.
Listen, I'm not a drug dealer, but if you were happening to visit me and one was laying on my floor and I didn't know, I'm not going to say that allegedly it went missing. You know, that's all I'll say.
Perfect. And you're heading out to where? LA in the morning?
Yeah. So Evan, myself, JT's already out there with Vet TV, Donnie O'Malley filming some cool shit. I actually missed it, and to go on the record, Donnie and I've been talking. I am so fucking sorry because they had planned that. I told them I promised I'd be there, have a plane ticket the night before I was supposed to fly out, kapap, and I couldn't even fucking walk. And, my wife was getting in my ass to say I need an MRI, and I'm being a stubborn dick. But I'm glad I did because I might need surgery. So we'll figure that out. But apologize to Vet TV.
His wife.
But
Shit.
on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, we're
Yes.
going to fly out. And we have a couple meetings with, Jack Osborne Media, to work some really cool stuff that Black Rifle and Logan and everybody at this table is going to be involved with.
Interesting.
Ooh, me too. Me too. Oh wow.
You can't be that handsome, not put you on fucking camera.
Yeah. Hey, when we get off
Oh,
the
Matthew.
Matt, when we get off the podcast, I got one more pitch for you to take with you.
Okay.
I got one to tuck in your cap with you because you're gonna need a couple. You need
I'm
a
like a
couple in that
foxhole,
room.
man. I dig it. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
hell yeah. Well, look, kids, we appreciate everybody being on the show tonight. As you know, we got some sponsors who pay for this whole shit to be on the air. First and foremost is StrikeForceEnergy.com. Strikeforce Energy is killing the game. Do you know they're going to be in grocery stores and 7-Elevens in Virginia Beach at the end of August?
Whoa.
They are. They're doing I believe, like a proof of concept, and then hopefully they go national because Sean. I was on the phone with Sean today, and they're gonna kill it. Doing great.
Those guys
It's
are going to blow the
inspiring.
fuck
I love
up,
it.
aren't they?
Yes, I think they're going to do very well for themselves, and they have a quality fucking product. There's good dudes behind it, and that's kind of the business you just want to see succeed. And I don't own any stock in any of it.
Me,
so.
yeah.
I can't have an iced tea without it.
I
Do you
know.
drink an iced tea?
Yeah, now it's
Whoa.
iced. It's my standard for iced
Nice.
tea. Yeah.
That's kind of the annoying thing. It's good in everything where you're like, fuck. Like, what a cool
I know.
product.
It's
Whiskey,
it's great.
beer,
yeah,
fucking
all,
lemonade, apparently, or iced tea.
all of it.
About
You,
that.
you know, Matt, I was having this conversation with Jesse last night. We were talking about Strikeforce, and I was like, the weird thing is, like, this product is going to blow up, and like I felt like we were the parents of this. We birthed this thing out of the podcast.
Yeah.
You know?
We were like, we were there at the doctor's office saying, should we have an abortion? And we said no, and we birthed a wonderful child. And that's
Before
why
it
you
was
keep
cool. Yeah,
Or
before
not.
it was cool. So go get Strikeforce before it's the trendy thing, before everybody's got it and their fucking hikes and all that bullshit. Go to strikeforceenergy.com, type in the promo code Drinkin' Bros for 20% off. They've got a subscription of the month club. They
That's
ship
hefty.
everywhere in the entire
2-0.
world, and they got a 750 milliliter bottle that you can just boom pop a couple squirts in and be on your way. Big fans
Ross,
of
I'm
Strikeforce Energy.
feeling froggy today. I got to fly out early, but I've had some fucking whiskey. So let's make this episode weird, guys.
I better
He's
catch,
ready to
I
do
better
apples.
catch
Let's
up.
do ass.
We'll get through
You
the
know?
sponsors, and then we'll
only had
we'll
one.
make fucking Drinking Bros weird
I'm
tonight.
saying let's make these fucking sponsors fucking Combat Crean and OD Green. I can't even say it.
Well, yeah, no,
Is
you
that
can't.
Crean? Crean? Oh, fuck it.
No, we got GhostBed up next. GhostBed.com, Matt. If you got a torn ACL and you have to get surgery, there is no better bed to lie on after surgery than
Hey,
a
I need
ghost
one of
bed.
these. I need one of these ghost beds. I just moved into the house. I'm in need of a bed.
They're phenomenal. My brother slept on it when he was in town, and he was like, yo, that shit's fucking scary good. And I was like, it's called a ghost bed.
That's how it's scary.
Ghost bed.
GhostBed. Go to ghostbed.com for the finest sleep you'll ever have in your entire goddamn life. It really is the fucking best. Once you have that bed, you won't go back. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin' Bros or type in the promo code Drinkin' Bros. You get $50 off and you get 3 free pillows. They've also got a pay-as-you-go plan, just in case you're like, man, I don't want to pay for this whole fucking mattress up front. They got a nice little pay-as-you-go plan, but definitely type in the promo code Drinkin' Bros so you get your $50 off a fucking mattress. It's well worth it. Next up, we got GrenadeSoap.com. Matt, what are they? They're OD Green and
I
Combat
believe it's
Clean?
Combat, was I say Combat Clean or an OD? No, Combat Clean and OD Clean, whatever.
OD Green.
Yeah.
There it is.
Green.
No, I
There
fucked
is.
it up really.
Clean
I
and
just
then green.
wanted to be
Yeah.
continuity, you know. So
Got
you know
nudie.
they got a taint scrubber, and like, listen, like I'm a fucking dude, and I got a briar brush going down there. Like, you got to fucking clean that up.
You don't shave
Not
up?
Kit. He shaves everything.
I do shave it all.
Do you really?
Oh, I get all up in there.
Yeah, same
Doesn't
here.
it fucking like spike you a little bit,
Nah.
like when it grows back?
No, it's
Little
good. I
pokey?
use the buzzer.
Really?
Yeah. Toward the.
How do you not
toward the
cut your
wrinkles.
anus?
Doesn't cut
Does
it.
your wife do it or you
No,
do
I do it. I just dig it out.
Guard or no guard?
Oh, boy.
No
I like
guard.
I like
No
a one.
guard.
I like a one because
Pre-shower or post-shower?
it? Pre-shower. You can't wet.
Pre.
Yeah, you gotta get in
Pre-shower,
there.
Clean that fucker out.
You got to get in. Well, I baby wipe everything anyway. So
Yeah, but like post-shower, it's like still kind of wet and damp. Like that's how hairs stick, and then you're gonna go to bed with all that fucking hair in you.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then
you
your
gotta-
and
you
then
gotta
your
do
buzzer
pre-shower.
smells like
Back in.
butthole.
Pre-shower.
Yeah, that's a double shower. You're gonna go a double shower?
I use
Marines
Nair,
don't
so
take.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
You
about.
put Nair on your bunghole? Does
not,
it? Wow.
not on the brown eye, but I've nared my
All up
nether.
in there?
Well,
I've heard
Like
it-
in there?
I heard the Nair sensitive even still burns you. I'm too
It
scared
does.
to put that on my
stinks
beehole.
too.
It
Hey,
does,
the,
and don't do it.
the smell
It
of
does?
Nair
It does.
is fucking
It burns.
stinky.
It hurts.
oh, it's so bad. I was on a fucking deployment to Japan, and it was about 7 months in, and we passed a bottle of Nair around. Shit got weird.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know
Yikes.
why. I don't know
Yikes.
fucking why.
Well, I mean,
Look, if
you
you're
got a clean butthole, but like
Yeah.
you came home, like that's like when you come over to deployment, you got like the pubes going on like fucking crazy because you haven't fucking shaved in
Well, you
6
have
months.
this illusion that you're gonna go fuck a 10 as soon as you get back.
Not
And-
gonna
and like,
happen.
oh, she
You
wants
settle
my
with a
butthole
1.
to be clean, and then
Yeah.
you get back and you realize, oh, I just end up drunk in front of the MP station. God
Well-
damn it!
So either way, the taint scrubber works. Whether you're
Yeah.
clean or you looking like a briar bush, like 6 months in deployment. It'll
Exactly.
get that fucking hair out.
Hair
of
Yeah,
or
what,
no
what we
hair.
recommend
You're
is
clean.
pre-shave before shower. Use the taint scrubber, get all the hair out, and you're good to go. Also, their soap,
I'm with
the gunpowder soap they have is the fucking jam. Soap on a rope, and it's got real fucking gunpowder in it. They've also got tactical toothbrushes, dab kits. Big fan of.
And also, if you don't know, if
grenade
it's soap on a
dab-
rope, you can hit the fuck out of somebody with the soap on a rope. That shit does not feel good.
No,
I like that. That's
No.
a good. That's a nice little addition.
There is
Just as
also
good
a
as a
Black
lock
Rifle
and a sock.
coffee soap.
Yes, there is.
Is there really?
Is, with actual coffee grounds.
Yeah, we'll
Yep.
we'll get into that in a little bit.
All
Yes,
right,
we
cool.
absolutely
Go
do.
to grenadesoap.com, type in the promo code Drinking Bros. You get 20% off. Next up, we've got warfightertobacco.com. If you don't smoke them, you should go get them and smoke them real fast. Real men smoke cigars.
I
They
will
don't
say
smoke
that
hookahs.
that big half Mexican Puerto Rican guy named Vincent Rocco Vargas was texting me earlier, and he's a co-owner and he's family, and we love him. And yeah, so
Did he
fucking-
get back
Is
to
Vinny
you?
Did you ever
Rican?
get those tacos?
Yeah, we were texting earlier. I did not get the tacos yet.
Son of a
Well,
but
you,
I think
you
he called
put a
me out of
certain
spite.
message out on Drinking Bros.
Yeah.
Well, no, because someone said, "So get me in touch with Matt Best on Drinking Bros." So I just wrote out there as a joke, like an hour later, like I need to talk to Vincent Rocco Vargas, as if I don't have his fucking number, you
Right.
know. And we are not best friends, so. But yeah, they make some of the best cigars out there.
They
that's for
do.
sure.
They do. And
I need to
hey, they're
rewind
going to be at
again.
Sturgis. They're all going to be at
Is-
Sturgis. Scott
Rocco
Jansen, the
Rican?
boys.
Rican what?
Is he Mexi-Rican?
Puerto.
Yeah, he's
Puerto
half
Rican.
Mexican, half Puerto Rican.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought he was just a Mexican.
No,
bro.
he's diversified, bro.
Wow.
That's why he's Big Poppy.
his,
you know?
Yeah,
his
come on,
portfolio is
bro.
diversified.
Yeah.
It's like your stocks.
Oh, shit. He's like your stock. Listen to you spouting off stocks. You got a portfolio?
Oh yeah.
He's got a full portfolio.
Oh,
And a
yeah.
mutual
It's
fund
real full.
with your
Look, go to warfightertobacco.com for the finest cigars in all the land. They're made with Cuban seeds, hand rolled in the Dominican Republic. Type in the promo code Drinking Bros. You get 10% off. Also, if you want them in your local cigar store, go in and tell them, and then email the folks at Warfighter Tobacco, and they'll get them in your store for you. Hollywood Hurt is always smoking those. He loves them too. Big fan of warfightertobacco.com and their t-shirts and their humidors. Last but not least, Matthew Best, we got blackriflecoffee.com.
Yeah, I'm actually, which this will conclude my last week at Black Rifle Coffee, so it's been a good run. Just fucking kidding. Yeah. Oh, come on. It's the goddamn greatest company of all fucking time. Like, let's be real. Everybody tries to say this and that. It is the greatest company. The types of individuals we have under this office are fucking phenomenal. And for anybody out there, I see consistent shit talking, and that's totally fine. Come at us, bro. But guess what? We work harder than you. Eat my fucking dick, because all these guys at this table and everybody that works back here, about the 100 people we employ, are phenomenal, and we're only growing, and I can't wait to take this to the moon with these fucking great people. So fuck yeah. I'm not even put a promo code out there. Just like I'm so thankful to be a part of this fucking company. Spending time in Durango, we talked about it last podcast, but with these guys, just like surrounded by these hyper talented, hyper motivated individuals, and it makes me a better person every day. So I'm thankful for it. America.
Wow, look at that.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
I can hear the Perkies calling.
I can hear the Perkies Perkies calling. Not having whiskey, dude. That's how you don't wake up, is you fucking pop a Perky and have like a fifth of whiskey. You don't do that shit. I don't
Bad
play with
idea.
Oh, that's a great time. A lot of
that.
look.
I mean, I think that's called the Joker. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. it's-
Oof,
Too
fuck.
soon.
Savage.
Too soon.
I'm savage. I'm Hey, by the way,
Is it too soon?
I had a random thought. The Drinking Broettes, and I'm going to put this out there. When we talked about, I put out there, we want a thick girl, like a heavy set girl for I'll Take the Fat One, because we're
Yep.
looking to film it soon.
Yep.
They came back, and all these girls like were like, hey, does this chick work? And they were like super thick, but like fit, like really attractive girls, and I'm like, not that you can't be attractive and super thick, but I'm like, I'm looking like at 300, like super fat, and it's all these like CrossFitter chicks who are like gorgeous, thick,
Yeah.
spend enormous amounts of time in their body and lifting, and I'm like, that doesn't really work because like you super care about your fucking body.
Yeah.
She ain't a lady unless she's 280. That's what I say.
I
like that a lot.
Wow.
What are you drinking over there?
Oh, this is a little bit of the Glenfiddich.
Ooh,
Yeah,
what
you're
year?
classy.
Is that an 8?
It's only 12. I'm
Oh,
not
12
I'm not
solid.
about
Only
that.
12.
I know. Well, Matt treated us to some 16 the
good
other
one.
day. It was
Yeah,
real
yeah,
nice.
we did have. I got food poisoning that day.
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
kid.
Yeah, but the 16 was
Oh, I
delightful.
shit in your glass before.
That'll do it.
I always say if you can't beat them up, shit in their glass.
That I've heard that actually. I've heard that.
God.
What are you drinking, Matt?
Logan's
Maker.
lovely lady brought us by a bunch of Maker's Mark, which we ran out of lead slingers today, which we had a former guy that I used to work with, and so did Jeff, and come by, super awesome guy, and I gave him my last bottle of lead slinger, so we're drinking Maker's Mark tonight.
You know, I know another company that's selling whiskey right now if you want some.
No, I'm good. I'm fucking good. I'm not gonna go against their success, but I'm good. I'm good on that. Fucking dick.
Yeah,
Such a troll.
It's weird. Like every company you guys do, I find it like, I don't know, 6 months later from someplace else, and I always give you shit about it. You guys are popular. You guys are really popular. Tell me about this soap that's got coffee grinds in it.
Trendsetters.
Well, we will. Actually, it's funny you say that because Logan, you just said this early on because people like we love inspiring people where they like if we're successful in some like little niche market or whatever, and people want to follow in the footsteps. That's fucking awesome. And like I'm totally not against. I don't want to just succeed. I want to see the whole community succeed, right? But there's people that kind of plagiarize, and it is what it is. But we were talking about Dale Dye and how much of a phenomenal guest he was, and how when he was talking.
Yeah, so we had Dale Dye on Blackhearted, and he said that he got to a point in his Hollywood company when he was like, I became consumed with looking back at the people behind me, and it got me distracted from moving ahead myself.
Right.
And I said, I think that applies to you, Matt, here, because you've got so much going on. You're so original. There's such a spectrum of what you do. Don't give two fucking fucks about what people behind you are doing.
By the way, I paid everybody $100 to be this nice to me on the episode, Ross. Just so
you
know.
did. You did.
The greatest words ever from Ed Hafer, super simple. He goes, there's a reason that the rear view window is so small, or the rear view mirror is so small, and the front window so big. I'm like, I fucking like
Damn,
that.
that
Goddamn Ed Hafer.
fucking son of a
God bless
bitch.
Ed Hafer.
If
about
you guys,
that?
if you ever come to Salt Lake City and visit Black Rifle, make sure you ask for Ed Hafer. It's Evan Hafer's father, and he is the grungiest, freaking hardworking American that you've ever met. And it's just, how old is he?
He's over 70.
He's 70 plus.
He's
yeah.
70 plus, and that motherfucker is out working 20-year-olds. He's like, pick up the goddamn torch, pussy.
Dude,
If
7
I
days
want
a week.
something done, I go to Ed.
Oh,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
100%. Yeah.
Ed will get it taken care
He's
of.
fucking awesome.
Yeah. If you come out here, give that man a hand job at least, because he's earned it.
Yeah, and
He might
tug
fist fight
on
ya
those
if you try.
suspenders. You'll never see Ed without his suspenders.
Yeah, that's good. That's good old
So
American
I'm
fun.
gonna add that to my Edisms, which I've been collecting.
Oh, are
I
you-
just
you
started
shut the
collecting
fuck
them.
up.
Putting a coffee book
Yeah.
together?
I just started collecting them the other day.
Oh,
So
kid.
far, I've got. This is about good rum. We
Okay.
gave him some of that 23 year that I
Yeah.
had. He said, "That'll make you take back shit you haven't even stolen yet."
I like that.
This is as he's grabbing his crotch. He said, "What did you think? This is just a clam digger?"
Whoa.
Whoa.
And in reference to his son, he said, "I should have just squirted him on the wall."
Oh, God
Damn.
Ooh,
Boy,
that is the
that's
CEO.
a-
Coffee.
Ed gave me a good one the other day. He was like, "Man, it doesn't matter what you do in this life. You could cure cancer. You could be, an astronaut, whatever. You suck one dick, you will always be known as a cocksucker." I was like,
Yeah,
"That's a true story, Ed."
It's very true.
Yeah.
Yep.
So add that one, Kit,
Yep.
because that needs to go in there.
It's coming in.
I don't know. I mean, I maybe I'm against that because I literally said on an episode the other day, and people keep bringing this up, that if you put tits on a trash can, I'd fuck it. And I stay by that statement.
Well,
you
that's
know?
fair, though. That's different.
I've probably banged a tranny in my day. You know, I'm gonna
Probably.
allegedly.
But,
you know?
like
Probably.
like in transition, not fully transitioned, but in transition.
Oh no! I
Like a lady
told
boy.
you guys the post-op story when I was a fucking younger dude, where I was like,
That's a chick, in my opinion. That's a chick.
yeah, I fucking know
Post-operative,
remorse. I'm
close
good.
Well, you
enough.
don't find
You got
out till
titties.
afterwards.
Like that's
You
the
got a
problem.
vagina,
So check
you're
this
a
out.
chick.
Close
Like
enough.
this is why I'm so pro gay, because you have all these people, right? Sexuality is a motherfucker, but like you have dudes that are like, man, I fucking hate faggots, those fucking stupid faggots, and then they're like, man, 2 chicks at the same time, best thing I've ever had. And you're like, yeah, but they're gay too. Like that, I don't. They're
Gay.
Same.
Yeah, but they're chicks,
thing.
and you're like, it's literally the same thing. You just find that fucking hot, and you don't find the dudes hot. So like, why are you hating on the dudes that like dudes? I don't fucking get it.
Yeah, gay's gay.
Yeah, who fucking cares?
Gay's gay.
2017, homie.
Whatever.
I mean,
Fucking A.
everybody's a little bit gay.
Don't
by
put
now,
wieners
you
in
know?
my butt, and you're cool with whatever you do.
I would take 0 of the wieners in the butt.
no wieners in butts. Can we
Yeah,
make that into a
that's
t-shirt?
It. That's it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I like to put my wiener in butts.
No, not my butt.
But your own butt.
As long as you don't put wieners in my butt, you can do
Okay,
whatever
that's
you
a,
want.
that's a
Yeah.
sentiment from your like individual
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah,
yeah,
Okay.
no wieners in this butt. That's what the
Yeah,
show
yeah,
said.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'll put wieners in that
In your
butt.
butt.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
On
That's
the
right.
back. That goes on the back.
Do you
I
remember?
had a shirt.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
do you remember the first time you put your wiener in a butt, like the weird sensation it is, where you're like, man, this doesn't feel right. Like I feel like I'm pushing too hard. This feels weird.
Mine was I was like, it feels like the first time. Oh, you know,
feels like the very first time.
There it is.
I don't think you put a wiener in a butt and you go, this was wrong. I
Nah.
feel like I've been missing something my whole life.
I was 17 and I had a girlfriend that wanted to stay a virgin, so we did it in the butt for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Are
That's
you
a true
fucking
story.
serious?
True story.
Wow.
My stepbrother was the same way. Where he was like articulating this to me as if it was a bad thing, and I was like a year and a half younger than him. But he's like, man, you know, she doesn't want to have sex, but like I just do it in the butt, and she gives me blowjobs all the time. And I was like, I don't see the problem.
Wait, he does ass to mouth?
Yeah, I was like,
that, he got ass to mouth
yeah,
at
I
like
was-
17?
Yeah, you're 17, getting your dick stuck and fucked in a butt. Like what? That is like an adolescent
awesome.
dream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
yeah.
amazing. It's like somebody
Yeah.
who fucks their teacher and then tells on them. Like, no, you're lucky to be fucking your teacher.
Yeah,
How
and
does
then,
that
and then the
happen?
teacher goes to well, okay, hold on. Like that is, I am a little fucking sexist in that, right? Like female older teacher, like no fucking 16 or 17-year-old dude was like, I got raped by a chick.
Nah.
Like I'm sorry, like
No.
I'm kind of
No.
against that, but like the other way, totally against it, because there's a sense of dominance and persuasiveness that
Yeah.
that like can actually be like an implication to the psyche of that individual. Where a dude, you're like, bro, I'm the coolest guy in the fucking block. I'll
Right.
never get that again.
Right. And that's very, I mean, that's cultural as well, because a 16-year-old chick here is a fucking child. A 16-year-old chick in Thailand has been like working for her family for the last 5 years. She's an adult.
True.
It's a totally different thing. Like she has responsibilities and she knows, the fucking world and shit like that.
But I
a
mean, like
16-year-old
ultimately,
here
your psychology
is a
is
fucking
like
child.
inhibited by like the constraints
Absolutely.
of the society you live
Absolutely.
in, right? Because like that's what's wrong and right. It's not like a religious thing. It's like literally the society that you've been developed in is what you gauge your mortality or morality on. Excuse me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, that got
Oh,
deep.
man.
Ah,
Wow.
that got deep.
That got
Holy
Did you put a
super
gummy
deep.
in my fucking whiskey?
What happened?
Just kidding.
Yeah, that got super deep real quick. That's-
What do you
We've
drink?
educated the world.
What are you drinking over there, Ross?
Man, you know what? Ironically, the fucking Zima's all gone here in this state.
What?
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
it was temporary. It was temporary.
So
You
you
sold it out. That rap song you made sold it out.
Well-
Man, that was a work of art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bless you.
Golly.
Zima Zin Jollies.
Bless you. That was a great one. But the problem is, one of the people from Miller Coors hit me up and they were like, "Dude, love the video." And I was like, "Hey, are you guys really going to sell out of this shit? Or are you keeping it past Labor Day?" And they were like, "No, that's it. Like it's fucking. We put limited orders in stores and that's gone. Maybe it'll come back next summer." And I was like,
And you didn't stock up.
well, yeah, I didn't stock up. So I used it all in that fucking video. No shit. I've been in like 4 or 5 stores. They're out.
Yep.
I somebody sent me from Japan, but the bottles are really tiny over there. So
They
I'm-
sell them in.
Go
They sell.
figure.
It's because the people are small.
Yeah.
I mean, they're tiny people.
They sell them
tiny-
in vending machines there. They sell Zima in vending machines in Japan.
Yeah, well, either
Ross,
way, so I had somebody from a listener who listens to our show sent some over from Japan, but now I'm starting to panic, and I called some other people, and I'm like, "Yo, do you guys have this?" And they're like, "No,
Japanic.
man, we're out everywhere." So I switched over to Wilmington Brewing Company is doing.
You're such a fan, dude.
But here's the thing:
And I'm
they're
gonna be-
making
I'm gonna
cans
be
now.
honest with you, Ross.
They're making
Those-
cans.
Dude, those beers. So it's the Wilmington Brewing Company. I did a podcast with him there. They literally fill up a tin, right?
Yes.
Off tap. Then they put it under, and then they cap it as it's a can right there. They have the cap
By hand.
in the bottling process, and then they give you like a fucking whatever. I'm not gonna say liter of cola, but it's like a 24-ounce fucking can of beer that you just saw poured from like the tap that just
You
got
can say
brewed out
liter
there.
cola.
That's
Yeah.
magical.
I just like
Say
liter
liter
cola.
cola.
You know,
Ross,
shenanigans.
I need to know, Ross, how serious is the Zima withdrawal right now? Is
Look,
that something you need?
with the here's
Is
the
it
thing. So
unbelievable? I don't know,
with the
sex, right?
Do you
Zimas,
need methadone for that?
Yeah, with the
Like,
Zimas not being on the shelves anymore, Wilmington Brewery Company, my favorite, just started canning their own beers. But they're selling out so fast. They put up a picture on Instagram and they're like, "Hey guys, we have these cans today. You can come get them." So like, you almost feel like I call my wife from work and I'm like, "Go get the fucking cans. Go get the fucking cans before they're gone." Them, I'll say this. So Wilmington Brewing Company, them, Black Rifle and fucking Strike Force. I wish I owned part of you guys' like all of these companies. I would be a rich man because they're gonna blow up as
And-
well. And they always sell
Josh
out of the fucking
Tyler,
beer.
Not to interrupt you, never feel bad about making noise pouring your scotch into a freaking fucking
I need to be
I
Into a
almost-
grenade.
it was like
Quiet.
bloop, and he was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah, it's drinking, bro."
Well, and then the thought occurred. I was like, "Oh, that sounded amazing. I should do that again." But then it's like back to back. That doesn't make sense.
Into a grenade cup as well.
This
Yeah,
is just
you-
a healthy respect for Ross Patterson.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't want to
Yeah,
interrupt Ross.
Yeah, I get
mean,
it. I
yeah.
get it. I get
You're
it. The
drinking
man,
out of a
the
Black
man
Rifle.
commands some respect.
He is a legend.
A DJ too.
I am a legend.
Yeah. Hey,
Tyler.
there was a real weird story I wanted to bring up today.
Let's fucking party, dude.
Yeah, let's talk about this. This is fucked. They're making these sex robots overseas. Do you know that her name is
yeah.
her name is
Yes.
Aza? She's Asian. Matt, you're big. God, you know all the porn stars. Like,
No, actually, I don't. Surprisingly, like I'm not the dude that goes and fucking archives porn stars. I like Google. I'm like nice tits, fat ass, skinny waist, jacking off, done.
okay,
Matt's into the amateur porn anyway.
No, I'm
He's
not.
into
I
I,
am.
hate, I hate amateur.
I go
porn.
amateur. I go amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't her name Asia?
If I want to
Good for
fucking
them.
watch amateur porn, I look at the fucking mirror. You
Yeah,
know, I want
yeah.
to see some weird shit.
Asa-
like I want to see a fucking ballerina doing a backflip into a dick. Like that's
Nice.
what I want to see. I need production value.
Asa Akira was her name, I believe.
Yeah, I believe she pronounces it Asia.
Does
It's
she
Asia
really?
Akira.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah. I know this girl.
Whenever you name yourself after a continent, that's a win, I think, for her parents. But anyways, they're making these.
She wanted to make sure that you click on her when you're searching for Asian porn.
Yeah, of course, of course. But they're making these
Asian
sex
porn
robots
star.
that are realistic, like these like high end. They're going to cost anywhere from like 10 to 15 grand. But they're supposed to be the most realistic thing ever. And then Facebook was working on these separate robots that are non-sexual. But I'll get back to that.
Yeah,
And
right.
The story
Oh
of sex
no!
in a
I want
second.
the
Yeah,
Facebook.
right.
Hold on, is that the ones where they develop their own language?
Yes. So two robots, these two
Yeah,
AI
it was
robots,
fucking crazy.
developed their own
Is this
language,
real life?
and they had to smash the robots and put them
Right.
down.
So they started talking, and I didn't like really look into the story, but it was from a reputable source.
Yeah.
They started talking in really fragmented sentences where like, you two, I am there,
Well, yeah,
go,
yeah,
yep.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, there's obviously a malfunction. Then the other robot started speaking back in that same fucking
Yeah.
dialect.
They
where
were
it's like,
speaking in code
They had
that
an
we couldn't
argument.
understand.
They're
my
like,
gosh.
couch, there, computer, go tomorrow. And they're like, this is broken. And they started
Fucking-
realize they were having a functioning conversation back and forth. And they were like, unplug Skynet, bro.
That's fucking- dude,
unplug
that's
Skynet.
fucking Skynet.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Do you guys
Oh my
watch
gosh.
Westworld?
What?
Westworld.
Yeah.
yeah. So, but by the way,
That's it.
That's what it
What
feels
is this
like.
show too? Darker Things or
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things? Thank
Yeah.
you. That's a motherfucker too. I'm not too worried about it. Like, I have so many guns and ammo. Like, it has to get you have to weaponize robots before they're actually a problem. Like, what's that going to do? Like, kill humans? Cool. I'm not fucking worried about it. We're
Okay.
talking a couple casualties.
Fun
like,
switch.
Now,
Brap.
now, if you make a fucking army of robots like iRobot or fucking Terminator,
Right.
now we're kind of like.
But
if you're
don't you
putting
think
AI
that's next? That's next, right? That's got to be next.
I mean, within reason, right? You have fucking drones that fly without humans. Like, I mean, well, within reason.
Yeah.
But
you got the new Iron Man suit coming out.
True.
Yeah.
Wait, is
that's
that
like
real?
an
Is that real,
extension-
by the way? I thought that was
it's
a
real.
joke.
No, that's real.
Yeah, but that's like still uses like the functionality
Yeah,
of the human, brain
yeah,
to
yeah.
like.
But that's like the next
It's like a
step.
cyborg.
That's
Yeah.
the next step to a
So,
fully weaponized
I don't care.
machine.
Well, what,
I totally
what about the
disagree.
sex robot though? Because we've gotten off track here.
Yeah. So are they making them? Are they?
So
modeling
wait,
them
but
after
here's my
Asia
thing.
Akira?
Yeah. So they're gonna make these sex robots. They're super realistic. But my thing is this: like, don't you think? Because the same with the Facebook robots, they developed like a relationship in a way to talk. Don't you think this robot will be able to manipulate a human eventually if they program these as lifelike as the Facebook robots?
I mean, it's
yeah, but
possible.
so what if they do? What is that? I mean,
Yeah, like
what if a
this-
robot
like
just
the
started
beauty of that,
choking you to
there has
death?
to be, like-
it's not gonna change.
How do you
anything.
gauge morality when it's a fucking inanimate object? So it's like the second my fucking sex doll starts going like, you can't fuck me, I'm a person. I unplug the motherfucker, lop the head off, and go buying a new one. I'm buying the old ass that they made in 2017 because that motherfucker
that's
didn't talk
savage.
back.
It's not gonna change it.
Yeah.
Domo
Just-
arigato,
yeah.
Mr. Roboto.
Just get
Damn.
yourself a fleshlight.
But what if you can't stop it? What if this robot starts choking you to death? Like, and there's nothing you can do at
I
that
would
point.
like it.
I'm sure they're strong, right?
Well, they should
No.
put like a governor on it.
It doesn't have to.
You know, where it get David so strong.
By the way,
is a
this is
safety.
what your robot looks like.
Oh, that's not bad.
But
I may have seen her before.
That's the first time I've ever seen that person in my life.
Yeah,
Ross, they
that's
don't have the
Asia Akira.
dexterity to do anything. Like we're at least 15 years away from actually having a physical threat from a robot. Like obviously, if you program it, it can rip a dude's head off if you had the dude stationary and it had the fucking design work, whatever. But like the home robot's not going to have the dexterity to like rip my head off. I'm
Right,
sorry.
I really don't understand humans' fear of AI.
It's all about that America.
Like we create
It's
this,
nice.
we're creating this. Why is it going to hurt us? Why don't we think that it'll help
Because when
us
it
and
becomes
make our-
self-thinking, did you watch Terminator?
Have you seen
I
iRobot?
Yeah,
fucking
man.
seen
Bro,
a movie.
because it becomes
Will
self-
fiction
self-
movie made in
Listen,
1984.
it's literally like the 10-second description would be they become self-aware, realize that they're slaves to the human race, and go against us. That's what it is.
Also, The Matrix, same
Right.
thing.
right, but that's
robots
one
took
side
over.
of the
That is true.
spectrum.
Okay,
Why isn't there a belief that maybe this is the thing that's going to help us propel us into the next century?
Well, we're trying. We have iMessage, so we're halfway there, living on a prayer, Bon Jovi.
I think there's a innate fear in humans where you're playing God, and somewhere deep down inside you're like, man, this is kind of dicey. Like something could really go right, and I think that's just
Yeah,
instinctive.
there's a fear of it, but essentially we're all gods because we create our own reality. So why is this big fear that we're going to create the thing
we're
that
getting deep
destroys
in that
us?
one.
Uh-oh.
That's
Well,
one
we
of our
always do
that's
that.
one of our
It's
road
one of our
conversations.
No, I actually like that. Like that's like the hippie in me, where it's like you are the creator of your own calamity and the creator of your own success. Like
Yeah,
every day,
And our own
and not to be like
technology.
a fucking preacher up there that
Your
gets
own
paid.
reality.
You literally like I fucking, not to get on a pedestal here, but every fucking single day you have the ability to wake up as early as you want to chase whatever fucking dream you want. Like,
But fuck your dreams.
Certain environments, certain people require harder work than other individuals, right? There's genetics involved, there's environment involved, there's culture involved. But ultimately, if you fucking try hard enough, you can have whatever the fuck you want in life. And that's my problem with lazy motherfuckers that want to leech off the system. I sit there back and go like, hey dude, like I grew up fairly fucking poor. Like, I'm in this position because I made the cognitive decision to wake up on fucking time for everything I've done and to check a box and then go, let me wake up a little earlier and just let me just do something I don't know and trial and error and see where it goes. Like, don't be fucking lazy and the world works itself out.
Well, that's the thing is you create your own reality. And that's something to be fucking proud of because when someone says, Matt, you're not working hard enough, you have the ability to fucking say, fuck you,
Suck a
dude,
dick, right?
because I'm busting my ass 17 hours a day every fucking day.
But that's the other part people that don't even stand. They're the creator of their own calamity. I love that statement because people sit back. We hear it sometimes in the office. You hear everybody out there that like they obsess on the negative, which inhibits the positive so much. If you actually went and be like, man, I had all these motherfuckers. Like if people woke up, and I talk about this at the office sometimes, Ross, it's like people, if you went down and read every negative comment every single morning that gets posted about me, you would fucking cry yourself to sleep. There are thousands that are like, fuck this dude. Like if I focus on that, I would never, ever fucking make another video ever because I would be so restricted by like my insecurities and the judgment of people that don't even affect my life or know me. As long as you say, fuck it, I'm going to do me and go on with my life, you're going to be successful because you're actually putting in the work and you're being who you want to be. And that's success in its own right. Because if you could wake up and go like, I'm going to do what the fuck I want, fuck everybody, you know, within reason, as long as you're not fucking harming other people, like that's success. That's fucking fun. That's how you put a smile on your face.
Success is happy. Happy is success.
100%.
that word
the
is so
end
important
game.
because you create that for yourself.
Absolutely.
Like no one gets to say you're happy except for you.
Yep.
Some of
No
the
one
most
else.
And that's
quote,
the end
unquote,
game. That's the end
societal
goal.
fucking representations of success are the least happy people in the world.
Absolutely.
You see
Where
it
it's
all
like,
the time.
dude. I mean, if you look at the median income of what is the most like happy, like psychologically happy fucking person, it's about $125,000, and you can look at that because it's like that place in life where you can make a decent amount of money. You're not worried necessarily about finances. You can still kind of do what you want, but you're not making $1 million where you have people fucking wanting you for everything that like you're about. It's
But even that's bullshit attaching a number to that statement, like 125, 40. I don't give a fuck
It
what
doesn't
you're
matter
making
what
a
it-
year.
yeah.
It
It's like,
doesn't
but it's
matter.
like a general
it's a mental
census.
choice.
It's a mental choice. 100%.
I had a buddy that got a union. I'm from Las Vegas, so union jobs are like really sought after. Like when you're getting out of high school, I had a buddy that got
Safety.
himself a union job, and he worked himself up in the first 4 years, and he was making a really good clip, and so he bought himself a boat and bought himself a house and some motorcycles and all that stuff, but he was doing like 70, 80-hour weeks at this
Right.
batch plant. And so he had all these toys, he had a sweet ass house, but that motherfucker went to work and came home, and that's all he fucking did, and he was miserable.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you can like cross-reference that with like a lot of contractors, right? It's exposure and environment. Like a lot of things that I realized when I was there, it's like, hey, you make a fucking decent six-figure salary, and then you see these guys that kind of meet their lifestyle to their income, which is like, I've been really frugal with my finances because I'm always like,
Yeah,
man,
we
like,
know.
what the fuck does that mean? My personal finances, at least. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
I'm not the CEO, asshole.
You're right.
Hey, Matt.
God,
Matt, hold on.
shots
Let me clarify
fired.
this. Matt,
you're fired.
just so everybody
kidding, I
knows,
really-
Matt Best is very smart with money.
Extremely.
He is one of the most like,
Super analytical.
He will not put a check in the box unless it will 100% prove a return. And that has been a very big learning point for everybody.
And it's been a big success.
Anybody wants a fucking
board.
business is like, don't spend money on stupid bullshit.
Wait, is this basing off a conversation about the flights thing?
Yeah.
How many times have we had this conversation though?
Yeah, but like ultimately, like how do you receive a similar outcome with less output? And that's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's
That's
how
the game, though.
right? Because you have like, and that translates to every facet of life, right? So you have content. Content's a perfect representation of that. Do I go buy a fucking editor and a perfect fucking grips guy and a perfect light guy to get across my content, or do I shoot it knowing that I have the best understanding of what I want, the TAM that I want to achieve, and then go for it, right? I could do that on an iPhone, whereas other people will spend $150,000 to fucking market a startup company. Like, why would you invest that? Like, let's focus on identifying what our fucking target market is. Go from there, trial and error on a lower scale where I'm losing $1,000 here and there maybe, but then ultimately not going to bury the hatchet in my personal life. I just don't understand. And you have to take risks, but I'm sorry. I've never had a dude write me a fucking $5 million check and say, go spend it. I hope you fucking get it back. It's not my life.
Which is an illusion I think people have of this company.
A lot of people have that illusion.
we're just floating in cash.
Right.
Like,
Like
we're
we're
a
not?
startup.
Dude, I can honestly say,
We're a
like,
startup.
yeah, you have like we're talking about roles in the company, and like Logan, literally, we're like laughing with Richard Ryan about what your title was, because he's the director of content here at Black Rifle, and mainly because you hold like really 9 jobs, and we were all putting them out there. Like
we all wear a whole rack of hats.
Everybody here wrote a fuck ton with shirts and hats, whatever you want to call it, but it's because we're a fucking startup. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's the work that needs to be provided. It goes back to the sentiment I'm saying earlier, where like, you can't just wake up and go, I'm going to show up and, you know, check that box and call it, get my fucking $60,000 salary.
Put
like,
in my
that's
time.
not how that
You're
works.
just putting in time like fucking jail is what you're doing.
Yeah, fuck that. Because the keys to success and the training you can achieve during a startup and how much like education you can absorb, that's like, it's shit. If this house burnt down tomorrow, everybody here would like
Just
learn
light
so
that
much.
fire.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
right
yeah.
back up.
I tell you what, I got along the same vein. I got in trouble in Boise when I lived up there for a little bit, and just traffic trouble. But that traffic trouble turned into 60 hours of community service. Right? So my option was,
Hold on, is there a story there?
Pay your parking
kind
fines,
of,
kids.
kind of.
Pay
nah.
your parking fines.
We'll get into the story later. But so my option was 60 hours of community service, which was like cleaning up the freeways and shit like that. Or I could serve time at the jail. And so what you do every day is you go to the jail and you check in, and then you stay the night, and you get to check out of the jail in the morning, go to work, and then when you're done with work, you go back to jail and check in. And I was like, oh my God, that's like most people's fucking jobs. They go to the fucking job and they check in and they serve their fucking time, and then they get out and they do what they want to do.
Right, but like let me go against it real quick, because I have nothing against that if it's something you truly believe in. Like let's talk a peace officer, a police
Yeah, and you
officer,
love.
whatever you
Let's
wanna
say
call it.
you love it.
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah, you love it.
Yeah, totally different
fucking
thing.
log that hard ass fucking shit, or like an EMS fucking dude. Like, you're a paramedic,
Yep,
kid,
yep.
where it's like you're logging that fucking. You're like, you want to get off work, but the good that you're doing, and if you absorb yourself into that job and have worth, then I am so about that, right?
Absolutely.
Because it's the people,
Not just spending your time sitting at your fucking
right. You're
desk,
talking about the
putting
guy
in
that
your
goes to
hours.
fucking XX hedge fund as a fucking broker, and you have no dreams, and you're logging that check. Like, that's not a true way to live life.
Your
And
check at the end of every week.
yeah, you have to break that
Well,
environment.
that's why we respect firefighters, police, military so much, is because they have to do a job. But then all of a sudden, when it becomes, hey, you're self-driven, what the fuck are you capable of now? Everything goes out the window, and there's
Right.
a whole new spectrum and scale of work ethic.
Absolutely.
Which I think we will all agree here is like, we pride ourselves in being hard fucking workers.
That point, they actually wrote a book about that, of just showing up to work and just working a job.
Really?
You guys might have read it in high school. It was called Metamorphosis by, I believe it was Eli Wiesel.
I hate you right now.
Did you guys remember that book?
Did you read it?
The dude turned into a
no,
bug.
I'm
you know what I'm
just-
talking about.
Eli
Yeah.
Wiesel, no, that was a story about the concentration camp.
No, dude. He was working a fucking job that turned him into a bug. Like, he all he did was live and die for that job that meant nothing to him. He was like a fucking accountant or something.
And then it's like that's where I pride myself, is like calculated risk, right? Hyper risks are
So don't do that, or you'll turn into a fucking
You'll
bug.
turn into a bug, and then you die.
And you know what bugs do? They fuck dudes.
They
What?
do.
Wait,
Yeah.
Wait,
They fuck a lot of dudes.
It always
true
comes
story.
back to dude fucking.
I know.
Always comes back to dude
I
fucking.
figured I was on a pedestal.
And I'm
too
sorry,
much.
you were saying something.
No, I was just saying, like, that's like when you get back in a position where calculated risk, right? Because if you take hyper risks, that means your livelihood depends on the success or failure of a certain action, which I try not to do. Now that certain people are going to be in certain positions,
Of which you're not in control of.
right, which is like why I was so conservative in parting from my contracting, all that, where I could have left 2 years prior, but I was like refusing to do that because I want to build up a backlog of finances, having the ability to actually go forward and be like, if this fails, I have a buffer to make sure that my family and I succeed, and I can still pay a
And do
fucking
something else.
$1,000 rent a month and not
learn
fucking
from
live
that
out
and
of a
do
trash
something
can.
else.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that's the position people need to be in, where they're like, I don't need a handout, but like, how do I learn on my time off and make it my hobby? Like, hobbies are so monetizable. People
Oh
just
my
need to
gosh.
fucking do it, right?
If you like if you like fucking
Underwater basket weaving,
underwater
dude.
basket weaving, and you can talk underwater basket weaving
You
all
can
day
monetize
long,
it.
you can monetize that
And
shit.
the brilliance of that is even if that's not a significant source of income, you can still fucking have supplemental income to your normal
Absolutely.
life. Then while you're sitting here desk job heading your life, you're creating fucking things to do when you get off that create worth in your own person, like your family, your life. You're happier and you're able to monetize it. Like,
So
it's fucking great.
the American dream, right?
The American dream. That's
So-
the beauty of America.
Donald Trump is our president. Like literally anything can fucking happen. And like, I
Yes.
wanna
love that
look at like
statement.
I wanna be able to tell my kid, he or she when.
All right, wait, is your girlfriend pregnant?
Logan.
I didn't know.
Oh my gosh!
I'll get-
Congratulations.
I'll get her pregnant before I get married. If
the
you
smart way to
have
do it.
that child and you're like, you want to say to them like, the world is yours. You can do anything you want.
Which is to a point true. However, and I've made this point a number of times, there are things that you will be good at, and there are things that you will be shit at.
Yeah.
And your genetics make up a lot of that.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, when parents tell their kids you can do anything you
I don't
want to do.
necessarily agree with that.
No, because you're dumb. And you were born dumb, and it doesn't matter how hard you work. Somebody that works that same amount,
No
that's
offense,
smart,
like that's like
is
saying,
going to
like,
achieve way
I'm gonna
more
be,
than
I'm
you.
gonna be rude to Jared, but like Jared could be a fucking pro football player. Like it's just not gonna happen.
No.
In the same
Genetics
right,
plays
if,
a
Definitely
if
not
he
gonna happen.
wanted to be, he could be the greatest stand-up comedian of all time.
Absolutely.
If he
So
put-
so it's not
Yeah.
you can do anything you want, but you can when you find what you're passionate about, you can go to the fucking moon with that shit.
well, shoot for the stars. He can make the fucking the little space station. Josh,
Hey,
Tyler, what's up?
real quick, I fucked up. I got my summer reading list messed up. It was actually Franz Kafka. There's somebody's listening and they're like, "You dumb motherfucker, you got your book."
he
That's
had
not the
to
right
say
book.
that.
I know,
got your
we-
book.
He had to say
we
that.
got.
I did. I just had to fix that.
We
I'm
got a little
sorry.
hate mail from the LDS rant the other day.
Oh,
really?
did we ever? There was a
Dude, it
long
was
one.
it was
What
a
happened?
massive one.
What did you
I
guys
mean, like
do?
I understood in reason where he was coming from, but then like the conversation didn't really. He was a huge Drinking Bro fan. Kind of just he felt that his faith was getting shit talked, and like I'll put this out there, right? And Ross, please speak on this
Do
too.
not
will.
get us
I will,
started.
for
on
sure.
Don't get me
faith,
started.
'cause
Oh.
Please get me
Yes,
started.
well,
Get me
Let's
started.
get started.
we
Let's
will
do
get
it.
Get me
the
started.
knives
No,
out.
I'm just talking about sensitivity. Like, right? Like
Right.
everybody is gonna have a counter argument about something that you do in life.
every single thing you
that's-
do. Yep.
Whether that's
no
the
matter
way you
what.
open a Coca-Cola, whether that's the way you throw away a piece of trash, whether that's the way you take your shoes off, right? It's up to you to be like, fuck, you're kind of an idiot. Like, there was no, like, degradation of fucking character saying, like, pooling everybody saying you're an asshole. It was merely just Evan's fucking opinion on a fucking religious belief, and it is what it is. Let's carry on. At the end of the day, I always said that. I told Ross this in the text message. I guarantee whatever belief, and if an Evan or any of us were against it, we would sit down, have a whiskey with you, and I guarantee, even if you drank fucking tea, whatever, we would laugh our asses off for the night. Remember that, because
Yeah,
that's the truth.
absolutely.
We don't fucking
Yeah,
judge anybody,
absolutely.
but there's going to be times where you have hyper emotional fucking rants about certain things. It
There
is
are
what it
people
is.
in this build. Now we've got a large population in this building. We have a large population of, I'm going to call them free thinkers, agnostic, atheistic. You know what? Just free thinkers.
Agnostic, you can't really define
Yeah,
most of it.
yeah. But we also have believers in this building. There you go. There's one right there.
Yeah,
Okay, there's one at the
I
fucking
love
table.
Jesus. I'll say it.
We have
Exactly.
hyper
Like
religious
Jesus.
people here.
Yeah, there's one at the fucking table.
But I'll
and I
also
can shit on it all day long, and we can laugh and high five about it because
He
this
goes
is
home
mine
with
and that's
his beliefs, and you go home with your
Yeah.
beliefs.
Yeah, easy day.
And no offense, like I'm not a Twitter guy, but hashtag fucking America.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the brilliance
Oh,
of it.
absolutely.
Like, you can have
Exactly.
you can have counter beliefs, but then live under the safety and belief system. Like it's okay, right? That's the problem. Oh God, we can't even get in that.
Ross,
Here we
tune
go.
in here.
Now, maybe
Tune in
we
here, Ross.
should though.
Yeah.
Maybe we should though.
We
I haven't
can.
heard you, Ross.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
look,
let's go, Ross.
everything to me all comes back to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. For me personally, because that's who I believe in.
That's
Obviously,
fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know what that means, but I'm going with it.
the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Faith is a weird thing.
He has to say it like that.
Look, I understand why that guy was very sensitive about the LDS rant. Some people take faith extremely seriously. And it's one of those things that is almost unbreakable in a human. Their faith in, the next world, their faith in this world. Yeah. Faith
and
in,
a lot are just not ready to be torn away from that.
Exactly.
Or challenge their thoughts.
Yeah.
Nor should we rip them away from that. What we would like to point out is everybody has different beliefs in things. Don't get so butthurt about things.
Yeah.
Don't be so
and if you really believe in it that strongly, then you should be up for having a discussion about it.
Or you're unflappable. Look,
absolutely.
you're unflappable in your faith, and something like a fucking silly podcast or a conversation isn't going to shake you from your faith.
Right. Absolutely.
So
I'm a believer in this, man. Character trumps all beliefs, right? So it's like whatever belief system that you have and whatever you associate yourself with, ultimately it comes down to like the organic and innate character that you have. Like, if someone walks in this room and says, like, I'm an ISIS member, like, okay, we're going to have about a 30-second conversation for I blow his head off, but I'm going to give him a little bit of time. He whips the knife out. He's dying really quick. Right. But, like, are you aggressive? Okay, that was a really bad example.
I'm like, wait,
I'm going to kill him so much. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with it.
I like it.
You're getting your fucking head blown off.
So you say Allahu Akbar, and then you're like, okay, let's take a second and see what this guy has to say.
Well, no, not.
Where should I shoot him?
It's not even that, because how much do we support the Peshmerga? Like, they say the same thing. It's not about that.
It's not about religion. It's about character, right? And like, again, like, please go. But like, I worked in Kurdistan for almost 6 fucking years. Like, I have so many friends over there that are like hardcore Muslims, and they're fantastic people that like their nationalistic approach to like, we want our families to be able to eat. We want our families to be able to love, and we want our children to grow up to be prosperous.
Too much.
Right?
How dare you?
Yeah, like, that's fantastic. So it's like when you have super right-wing people like, man, all Muslims are fucking pieces of shit. You're like, please go over and deal with war for your whole existence, and then tell me that.
And
like,
right?
Are there Muslims that are pieces of shit? Of course. Are there Christians that are pieces of shit? Of fucking
Are
course,
there
man.
Americans that are pieces of shit?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Kit and I have this conversation just about every time we go on a long drive, which seems to be very often, frequently. Yeah. But we began the conversation of religion, and then we got into LDS and Mormonism.
Just full existentialism.
And, I've dealt with a fair amount of Mormons since I've been in Salt Lake City, and religion is a great base for everything. I will not ever discount someone from being religious. However, when a Mormon tells me they'll perfectly be okay drinking a 60-ounce super gulp of Mountain Dew, but they won't drink a cup of coffee because the scripture says hot drink, that doesn't really make sense to me.
But no, the
so
difference
I'm
is
going to have problems with that.
But the difference here, you don't, because you're going to put on a podcast and you're going to say, that's cool. You drank 900 grams of sugar with caffeine,
but
you
it
wouldn't
doesn't
drink
make
coffee.
any sense.
Right. But you're not going to punch them in the face and call them a fucking
I'm not.
idiot.
Right.
I'm just,
right.
But I'm
Exactly.
going to
That's what I'm saying.
opinion,
Character and
though.
belief are completely different systems.
Absolutely.
Because you're going to sit back there and be like, I don't understand this fucking weirdo at all. But you're not going to be aggressive and say, you need to change your fucking life, weirdo.
Exactly.
But he could be a good guy. I know a ton of really good dudes that are fucking Jesus freaks.
Yeah,
that are just, they would have your back in a heartbeat, and you want them to have your back.
Character.
They just happen to believe in magic.
Yeah.
And I'm not using it like President Trump. I just
And
meant
am
Trump.
I
Like,
gonna
Doesn't that
hate
suck
you
that you
anyhow?
can't use that
No,
without
can't use that
explaining
word
it now?
anymore.
But there's like this weird divide, and like we gotta understand that and think about that. Like, we need to have these fucking discussions.
It's more of just, in my mind, like, relax. You know, like, we all go in rants. We're like, I just fucking went a tangent. Like, just relax. Like, I don't fucking care.
Well, it's a really big conundrum that we started in Salt Lake City, the anti-caffeine coffee capital of the world.
But in the own right, like, dude, we have Mormon, like, police officers that will come here and be like, oh, I don't drink caffeine, but I love the brand.
Like the one that protects our building at night?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's fucking rad. Like, we have no problem with you. You're like, hey, I'll go brew you some tea or whatever you fucking
that
drink,
dude, I talked to him for like an
We
hour
talked to him for
about,
a
he went to
long time.
Thailand, he
And
speaks Thai.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's a super cool guy. He just believes in magic, magical
FYI,
salamanders.
we have a security officer that patrols the Black Rifle Coffee offices.
We do.
from
Just
so
the
you know.
night period. So if you have any great ideas, forget them.
Yeah, we actually have signs that say trespassers will be shot.
will be
on
shot,
site.
and you will. You
Yeah,
will.
True story.
You will.
That's
It almost happened the other day.
quite a few
Yeah.
times actually.
Yeah.
So just saying, don't
Ross,
try
you've
it.
been here. Like we're downtown, you know.
Yeah. Look, I get it. But it's shocking because when you go by there, there's nothing really. It's just your building and not really anything else.
Yeah, but this
Well,
is like
except
it's like the avenue for
Yeah.
like
Massive
the
amount
druggies to
of
walk by.
homeless people. They're fucking
Yeah.
everywhere in Salt
Well,
Lake
I
City.
will say though, I'll be nice because like half the homeless people, the guy that we gave, Jared gave the homeless guy the jacket from Firefighter.
Not
vs.
at this
Cop
corner.
I thought
rap battle.
I thought you were gonna say a hot dog.
No,
At this
Did you give him
corner?
a hot dog?
Yeah,
'Cause you should have.
the corner up here by 1300 South.
Dude,
He the yellow jacket. It was in one of my fucking videos,
Right.
and he was freezing his ass off. And Jared was like, "You better wear the jacket. Don't sling it." The guy used to wear it all the winter. They're fucking awesome. But then you have the druggie overflow that
so the people
OD
that are
on our
down
grass
here,
every
yeah,
day.
the people that are down here at the corner.
Yeah.
I was waiting for a Uber or something like that on the corner for like 20 minutes, and I watched these people. And those ones that are on that corner, the chick and the two dudes,
Yeah.
they have a minivan and cell phones.
Oh no, they party.
It's a total sham. Everything is a total sham.
But you know what, man? If I don't condone panhandling whatsoever, but it's like, man,
But they're
if-
good.
if
You
Listen,
just want
you know
to
how
pick
many
up a
pieces
pan.
of shit there are in
You want some
business?
gold,
Well,
don't you?
they're
Jack?
here's the
business.
thing:
It's
if
a
you're
business,
willing, if
bro.
you're willing to
ginger
just
fuck.
fucking
Logan.
stand out, if you're willing
Whiskey?
to just stand outside all fucking day begging people for change, it's like, bro, that is a job. I mean, it.
Well, there was an article that was done in the RJ a long time. That's a review journal in Las Vegas, long time ago. And
Thank you.
Yeah, and there was a dude that went around, and this spawned an actual television show idea of mine. Ross, you can put this together and make
Shameless
it pretty.
plug.
Yeah. But so this guy kind of went behind the scenes as a homeless dude, dressed the part and stuff like that, and went and hung out with the homeless people on the corners and downtown in Las Vegas, and talked to a couple. So Las Vegas has just like Hollywood, they have like famous homeless people.
Nice.
And so there's a guy that was a famous homeless guy down there. He's got no legs. He's a huge black guy with no legs and a shit ton of dogs. And you'll see him in a ton of like music videos and shit like that.
Huh.
Well, the guy ends up talking to that guy, and he ends up explaining his fucking business plan. Okay. Now this guy, this guy actually works with other homeless people on their plan.
Wow.
Right? And so he's like, okay, look, at this stoplight on this corner, each red light is a minute long, and each green light is 90 seconds long. And so he's doing the math, and he's like, each red light, you're gonna get between $3 and $7.
Damn, hustling.
So
They're
it
hustling,
came out.
dude.
It came out to like $65, $70 an hour. Standing out there. So these people are making $65, $70 an hour standing out on the fucking corner.
Well, so here's the thing, and I used to get kind of butthurt.
That's good metrics. I like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, what corner is it? And are they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They
I'm
have
just saying.
applications
I mean, I'm
or-
pretty
Boys
sure
get
that's more
butthurt,
than I
Josh
make in
Allen.
hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do. Well, so here's the thing. I would get butthurt, and Logan said I always do, and sometimes that happens. So all of us, the best of us. But when I give to someone, right, and I see a guy, and I'm like, hey man, here's $5, here's $20, whatever it is, and then you watch that guy go in and buy, a case of beer, and you're like, hey, fuck you, man. I thought you said you were starving and you just bought a pack of cigarettes or whatever the hell it is. But for me, again, kind of tying this back into the whole religious thing, from a Christian standpoint, it's like, you know what, man? I'm giving to you. Whatever you do with it is on you. I've done my good deed,
Dude, listen, if I was fucking homeless, I would take probably 1 or 2 cheeseburgers a day. The rest would be beer because like my life would
What
suck
else
so
you gonna
much.
do with your life?
I'm fucking
Yeah.
drunk. Listen, I have a great life right now. I'm married to the love of my life. I have the best friends in the world, and I still get hammered all the time. Why? Because I fucking like
Yeah,
it.
but if you were homeless, you wouldn't be for very long. That's
So
a
is
difference.
that
true?
There's a
I mean,
difference.
I mean, that's a good point.
I went and handed out peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and waters to the homeless
Yep.
people. So if you've ever been to Salt Lake City,
Oh,
you
see
go-
how slow he's getting? See how slow he's getting?
you shut your mouth,
Are you
kick
getting
out.
drunk? Are you
Yeah,
getting
he
hammered?
gets a
Slow
little
him
marble
down.
mouth.
Dude,
He gets
I
a little
was
marble mouth.
hammered a half hour ago.
Logan's been
He gets a
drinking
little
since
marble
Okay,
12
listen.
o'clock
Logan
today.
is a former Marine.
love it.
You were a sniper, right, or something along those lines.
Something.
What did you do, Logan?
He was a scout sniper, right?
Scout
Every time I have a conversation with my military career with Matt,
I'm
he's
kidding.
like,
He's a scout sniper
like-
with his goddamn hog's tooth, and I fuck
like-
with him every time.
With
"Are
his
you wear-
hog's tooth.
Are you wearing your hog's tooth?
No, because
Are you
every
wearing
Marine
your
like
hog's
What's
knows
a
what a
hog's
hog's
tooth?
Yeah,
tooth.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what
A
that
hog's
means.
tooth is it's like so when you go to like tell me if I'm wrong because I've only been told I'm not in the Marine Corps, but like when you go to become a scout sniper when you're like the younger guy you don't have a hog's tooth. When you go through actual sniper school and come back to your unit to be like a certified fucking sniper, that's when you get your little hog's tooth and it's like a certification of badassery.
Do you
like
have to kill a hog?
no, but it's like it's no,
but it is a real hog's tooth.
Well,
Please speak to it.
I'll break it down. I may get blown up in the community. Fuck it, whatever.
Just give
So-
us a
for it.
10-second version, a 30 second.
So you go through and when you technically go from the infantry battalion into the feeder program for the scout sniper program. At that point, you're a pig. You're,
That's what it is.
you're
okay.
a professionally instructed gunman, PIG. And then from that point, you get into the platoon and then you go through school. After you go through the Scout Sniper School and either it's Quantico, Hawaii, Camp Pendleton, Camp Lejeune, after that point you're a hog, a hunter of gunmen. And I don't think I
I
don't
didn't know
think
that.
I
That's
don't think
fucking
the
hunter
DOD
of
is
gunmen.
gonna
Dude,
hunt
that
me
is-
down for that.
You hunt other gunmen.
No,
That's
everybody. It's
fucking
the same
cool,
thing as like
man.
when you don't
That's
have a
pretty rad.
specific way of talking about Ranger Battalion. It's like you show up to battalion, you get your scroll, right? You're part of the 75th Ranger Regiment. You're in Special Operations, and then when you go get your tab, so you have your tab and your long tab, or not long tab. You're not an SF guy. Just kidding. But you have your, you have both. That's when you're like
Fuck
a
you,
legit person. I know. That's an Evan Haperism, just throw it out there.
yeah.
Don't want that long
we
tab.
want to be as mean as possible.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen.
that's
Here's
it.
the
It's
thing,
slow and
dude.
fat,
That's
you know?
that fucking hog thing, dude. Logan's stock just went way
Oh
up.
no!
It's like
Logan's
No,
a Logan's a
listen,
badass.
dude,
Logan's a
holy
badass.
shit. No,
He's a
but-
badass in hippie clothing.
Look,
yeah, that's why we called him
well,
mysterious.
So are you.
Mysterious
Kid.
granola. That was a nickname we worked for a
Which
long
kid-
time.
I'm way more covert than you.
Not really when you knock out a Marine and go to jail for a month, Kit.
That did happen. That did
Is
happen.
that what happened?
Not
to
your
you?
fault. Not your fault.
Hold on. That dude was a Marine for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
yeah, yeah.
He
fucking
was.
slow
He was
up.
and that was
fresh.
not your fault.
Yeah.
Have you heard that story?
Yeah,
I have not.
but
That's
can
what I said.
finish
Let's
my
hear that story.
real quick?
Sorry,
Let
sorry,
me hear your
Logan.
story.
Come on, Hunter
I'm
of
just
Gunmen.
kidding.
Let's go.
That's
So
pretty badass.
I don't even. Where did I leave off?
Hog tooth. Hog
Damn
tooth.
it, I
Hog
fucking
tooth.
hate all
Hog
of
tooth.
you.
Hog tooth.
So after you go through school, you're a hog and you're a hunter of gunmen. That means that you get the 7.62 bullet. It means you qualified up to 1,000 yards with the M40 sniper rifle, which has grown to ejaculating awesomely degrees at this point. Like,
Are you having a fantasy?
He's
about
having,
this?
he's having a moment. He's having a moment.
My dick's getting hard just hearing him tell this story. Holy
My dick's
shit.
getting hard just watching his eyes.
Sometimes do you
Wow.
ever just wish you were still in and you like got to be the guy that tested the new weapons and like
It's called FOMO, dude. Fear of missing out.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
no, that's it. That's
Yes.
what it is.
Of course, it's
That's what it
everybody.
is.
It's everybody's transition about of whatever niche specialty that you've been incorporated with. Like I guarantee, Kit Cope, 4-time world champion in Muay Thai, sits there and watches the best in the world, John Jones, knock out Daniel Cormier, and he's like, "You fucking, if you would have heightened your toes a little more and put your shin a little bit, you wouldn't have had a TKO him because he would have went to sleep with the shin." I mean, that's everybody's thing. It's just like we do in the military. Why the internet is so fucking prominent with fucking trolls is because, like, I would have done this better. It's like circumstantially you probably wouldn't have, but it's easy to fucking judge from a fucking couch.
Yeah, 60
But
years.
but let me, sorry to defend you. Like
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you've fucking been there, it's like when you see someone with a little less talent in that like specific
Area, yeah,
area,
yeah.
you're like, oh man. But
Yeah.
what works, you know.
Yeah, and he
Well-
is a super talented guy.
So Kit is a 4-time world Muay Thai champion and has fought in front of
God, Logan is
six-
drunk. I love
Yeah,
it.
I love it. I really do like it.
Yes, I am. Do you
It's
all like
okay.
me better? Can we consider this?
I love it.
you all like
I
me?
love it.
Logan's
But-
my favorite.
Kit has fought in front of a 6-figure crowd.
Yep.
Like that's different from something that like nobody fights a war in front of 100,000 people.
Kit's biggest downfall was he became a really, really good jiu-jitsu artist after he stopped fighting.
Totally.
Because I was like, oh, it's Kit Copious now. Choking me out in 3 seconds. Like, oh,
And then I got old real quick.
Lisa motherfucker. Hey,
But I
listen.
looked at Kid Cope today. I'm like, God, son, you're vascular. I'm just looking at your veins.
Yes, he is a lean, mean.
some
Your
veins
legs
going on.
look
You're
like
a
my
lean, mean,
penis.
face kicking machine.
I am one of
Hey,
those.
Ross, how much money would it take for you to step into an octagon with Kit Cope?
Oh man, I'd do that for 100.
Really?
Dollars?
$100?
100 cases. of
100K,
Zima?
100K. Not
Oh, 100K.
Not even close for $100.
I would too. I would too.
I would step in the ring with you for 100K, not on the money because that's not enough money to get my ass beat by you, but in the fact that I would walk in there completely lying to myself, thinking that I would win.
Everybody thinks they would win no matter what fight. No matter what fight.
I would do it for 5K because I've gotten my ass beaten
Yeah.
for way less.
For less, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
easily.
Exactly. Like people
Easily.
ask me all the time, like, oh, how much would it take for you to get in the ring with Mike Tyson? Man, I think I could beat Mike Tyson.
Well,
But I think I could beat everybody.
For like
I think I could beat everybody.
Yeah, you kind of have to
You
as a
ain't
fighter.
nothing
I mean, as
wrong
a
with
fighter,
That's the stigma of like Conor McGregor. I feel like all my fighter friends is like, let me in a fucking ring, I'll beat his ass. They're like, man, like I get he's a hype man, but I really like him. So
I love him. I love him.
I mean, Matt, do you look at fighters different when you hear that?
100%, dude. Like I told us in the show a lot. Like I grew up like a child doing fucking jiu-jitsu when I was 15 years old. You know, became a ranger, was fighting, always wrestling.
Matt
and
actually has
punching.
pretty good jiu-jitsu.
he's got a sick triangle.
Thing, but like going through all this time with everybody, yeah, it breaks my fucking knee.
Well, when he doesn't blow his knee out, it's a good
But like
triangle.
all this training that I've done throughout the years where I'm like 30 now, I'm like, I'm a pretty fucking tough dude. And then you step in the ring with guys that are like professionals. It's not even fair. You literally feel like a 5th grader fighting the senior in high school. Like it's not, you're like, I'm going to hit you in the fit. And then they're kicking you in the leg, choking you out or hitting you in the back.
That's like stepping on the range with you, though. Like
yeah,
I had
I mean-
the only way that I got past you in that game was fucking trick shots with my left hand.
Yeah, I was sucking on that left hand that day.
It was hard.
It was
But
hard.
that's the reality, man. When you spend a lifetime cultivating a series of skills, it's really hard to beat a man at his game. You know,
Yeah,
and that's
totally.
That's the whole thing.
Which is
with
why
this Conor-
everybody tries to take me down and why you try to take everybody down.
Yeah, that's what I do. I mean, I've dedicated my whole life to
That's like-
wrestling.
like,
but
again, it
but
goes
it's
to
the
the
Conor McGregor thing where, you know, Conor McGregor versus Mayweather. It's like, man, it's hard to beat a guy at what he does.
At what he's been doing
At what
the
he's been
peak
doing.
for 21
What do you
years.
think about that fight, by the way, Ross?
Oh boy, you know me. You know I love the hype and circumstance of all of it. And I just started watching the documentary on Showtime. They have the All Access every Friday night.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, I want to be at that fight more than life itself.
There's not a single person that
That's
thinks
what it's
that
for.
McGregor's gonna win.
There are
There
lot
are
of
a lot
people.
of people that
Like,
think
there's a-
like there's
McGregor's
an
gonna
Not a
win.
entire
single
country.
intelligent
There's an entire
person.
country of Ireland that thinks that
Ah,
that
fighter
Conor
people-
McGregor's gonna win.
People who know what
Listen,
the fuck they're talking about.
But the way I look at it, like at the end of the day, because everybody has their back and forth, like it is so good for fucking combat action sports. Like I'm all
For
about it,
sure.
like awareness and kind of bridging that divide. I hope truly, because I'm way more, I'm gonna get eat up for this statement, but I am such a bigger fan of MMA than boxing. I appreciate the fuck out of boxing. Like try to box with a boxer like Mayweather. I mean, you're god damn it, those guys is talented. They're so fucking talented, but
At what they do.
At what they do. But I like the visceral experience of fucking combat sports where it can go anywhere.
You like a
there's-
fight.
There's still rules, but it's like
Yeah.
anything's an option.
A
right?
boxing
A
match.
fight.
A boxing
You
match
like
is
a
a
fight.
match.
It's a match.
It's a match. It's a sport that has its specific rules, and it is a match. It is not a fight.
Right.
An MMA fight is the closest that you're going to get to a fight.
Legally.
Yeah,
Legally
legally to
that
a
you
fight.
can do to another
Which is
human.
why
And that's what-
back in the day,
Yeah.
back in the day when they were like, when they were paying us nothing, but grocery money, we were like, wait, hold on. We're martial artists, and you're going to let us fight each other, not for points, but to the finish, and we're not going to get in trouble, and you're going to give us money to drive back home? fucking sign me up.
This is awesome.
And I mean that's unfortunately like that's the downside of the sport is guys will do it for next to nothing just for the chance to do it. It's
Yeah,
like, hey, I
because
can
it's
get
so
in
much fun because it's a real fight.
I can get in a full on
Right.
fist fight with somebody,
Yeah.
not go to jail.
Because the chances are so much higher. Like if you please, I mean, no, nothing here, but like, if you put, you guys are way out of weight classes, but like if you and Josh,
We're the
probably
same.
close.
Yeah.
What do you weigh?
Okay.
Anyway, where you
Far
at?
away,
58
though.
today.
Oh, dude, I'm heavy. I'm a fat boy.
Josh,
I'm
what
like-
do you weigh?
Dude, I was 173 last.
Oh, you're a big kid.
173.
Yeah.
Look at those arms.
Shit.
Look at those
Oh,
pythons.
shit.
5'6"? Are you
Kit,
5'6"?
what are you at?
5'7". How
6
dare you?
foot, 158.
158.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
no, that's
I got
right
no
there.
legs. I
That's-
got no legs though.
This is a classic matchup.
Let's
of-
put
It
the
is.
cage
Style.
up. Let's
Okay.
see
It
what
is.
happens.
Wrestler striker.
Yeah, wrestler striker.
All right, so you get Muay Thai gloves. I get a gun. I win.
Yeah, Matt wins every time. Cheating bastard.
Are
Kick
we
him in his
are
leg.
we inside the octagon? And are you holstered?
I think I can. I'm a pretty quick draw.
Because that's 5.5 steps for me.
Yeah.
True.
It's 5.5
And,
steps.
and Kid is really fast. He is like for an old guy. Like man,
Thanks,
he moves
buddy.
really quick.
Thanks,
I'll
buddy.
let Ross
thanks, I'll
talk on
take it.
himself here for a second because it's the same thing. It's like that dude has been Ross. How long you been in comedy, dude?
Fuck. Since I was 15 years
school.
old. So
Right. So
Yeah.
it's like trying to beat Ross at like a fucking like an ad lib off. Like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna fucking
Like trying to
lose.
heckle Ross.
Right.
It can't be done.
You can't win.
It
Like
can't be done.
that's any drinking bro out there, try to heckle Ross. You lose every single time. He will make you go home and be like, hey,
Yeah.
and you'll write an apology letter to Ross.
Yeah. I got a bunch of buddies that are stand-up comedians, that are like active stand-up comedians, and they fucking love a heckler because that's what they do.
Yeah, they
that's
just-
their job. They do it all the time.
It gets
there's
easy
there's
then.
no amateur that's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah,
Ross, you
no
were-
one. I look there's and I'm the same way. I have the same mentality as you do is about fighting, where it's like, dude, I think I'm the funniest dude on the planet, and I'm the quickest there is.
Right.
And that
Right.
that doesn't leave you, no matter what you consider yourself to be great at.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's one of those things where, dude, if somebody starts heckling me, I will rape the
Ross.
inside of their mind, and it's like, dude, you
yeah,
can't.
your mouth starts to water.
Do
it's
you
the
remember
best.
your first heckler?
It's the
Ross?
fucking best. Yeah, I do. That's
do?
actually how I got started. Was I was 15 or 16. I had a fake ID. I'd signed up for an open mic competition, and I get up there and I'm bombing miserably. I mean, horrifically. And I'm like 5-6 minutes into a set. There was a guy who looked like Todd Phillips' character in Wedding Crashers, or not Wedding Crashers, the one before Old School. You guys here for the gangbang?
Yeah.
He looked exactly like that, and he just starts laying into me. And I'm 15 or 16 years old, and I start picking him apart from, literally hair down to socks, and just obliterate this guy in front of the room. And then everybody started dying laughing.
Saved it.
Yeah,
What-
changed my
Ross,
set,
what
changed my
was-
life, and then after that, like I was able to, I had the
You were like,
confidence
I'm
to
the
go
guy
up
that
on
shits
stage.
on people.
Yeah, Yeah.
Ross, what was that feeling like?
It was
To shit on him.
It was great
that's a
when
win.
it was the greatest feeling in the world when I'd gotten out of there. But
It's a victory.
yes,
Is it the Red Sox winning the World
So,
Series?
it was a
does
massive-
that mean were you a little worried
Logan
when it
right
was
now.
going on, and then afterward you were like, "Fuck yeah!" Like you felt invigorated, or did it happen right there on the spot when you were on stage?
yeah.
I love Logan.
He really wants to know.
He's
He really
hammered.
wants to
No.
know.
No,
Yeah.
I'm super curious.
Yeah, no, I can see it in your face.
But it's probably like you study, write, you rehearse, and you're ready to go up on stage. But it's probably like combat for you guys, where it's like, unless you're really there, there's nothing that can really simulate that. So when you
Yeah.
get up on stage, I didn't as a young comic, I didn't know people would really scream at you from the stage.
Logan, did he just
you always heard
associate
about it.
being a stand-up comedian with combat?
Boy, I
Hey,
knew.
it's
I
pretty much the same
no,
thing.
he didn't.
Yeah.
But
It's the
like,
same thing.
I'm totally
Yeah.
No,
kidding. I'm
but
totally kidding.
but
Fucker,
the
you
question
fucker.
I'm asking is,
You, I got you, bitch. I got you.
Oh, you did.
Hold on,
Stolen
hold on.
valor, bitch.
Yeah, but you know
Bar
what you know what it's like when
so
when
Ross, like what, like you get shit on, and then like there's a fucking fire that infures.
There's a fire burning in my soul.
That's
Hard,
Adele.
hard,
That's
hard.
Adele.
What
I
was
got
that fire like, Ross?
For me personally, like I knew it was the start of something that I was going to go on the rest of my life and do.
You knew you were going to be good at this thing from now on.
I since 4th grade, somebody picked on me at school.
Since
yeah.
4th grade?
Yes, and that's where it all started. So 4th grade, somebody at the lunch table, there was about 12 kids at a lunch table. This kid had said something to me. There was like 4 or 5 girls sitting at the table. I had really buck teeth back then. And this kid called me
Really?
Bucky 2000.
Was
I
it
wanna see a
braces?
And he said
photo.
my teeth were so bucked that they were already in the year 2000, even though we were in like
That's a sick burn.
1988 or 1990 or whatever it was. And I was like, yeah. And I looked at him and like I heard the laughter, and it was in like slow-mo of all these kids laughing at me. And I turned to this motherfucker and just ripped him apart in 4th grade. But like every other word was like, fuck you, fuck this, fuck. I mean, the people stopped, like the lunch table stopped, and I mean, I just destroyed this kid. And then I went down one by one to every other kid who was laughing at me and completely tore them to shreds. And one of the moms of the kids ended up calling the principal, and like I haunted this kid. And that's when I knew I fucking had it. And like really, nothing has changed since 4th grade. I've just learned the craft more. But truthfully, it's been the same fucking thing. The only problem is as you keep going in any field, you've got to find stuff to stimulate yourself or to get better, to be greater.
You got to keep growing.
Yes, like Matt was saying, towards the top of the show, because if you don't, then you become stagnant and stale, and your shit fucking sucks, and you should always be growing.
And everybody knows
Ross,
it.
Well,
do you think that was a pivotal point in your growth as a comedian?
100%. I mean, dude, I again, to not get what some kid called me at a 4th grade lunch table.
Oh yeah,
is
that's
either
still in
pretty
there.
fucking petty or pretty life changing. And
Ross,
it
I
was
want
the
to know
opposite.
what are your high school reunions like now? Because like, how does that work?
Oh,
for
have you been?
man?
Yeah.
So
So I went. I
does
went
that
a
go?
year. I
You
went.
just went to one, didn't you?
Yeah, I went a year ago, and the awesome thing about it was my book had come out the week before. And so
Yes.
in your face.
I know, and the school,
motherfuckers.
the school, well, they knew I had done movies and all this stuff, but like the school had asked, like, "Hey, man, can we put your book in the gift bags, like for everybody to go home with?" So,
Oh shit!
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So they,
Oh shit!
Yes.
they bought a shit ton, and like what happened is towards the end of the night, like I just ended up signing them, like 100 or 200 in a row. And I mean, it was just
Awesome.
a championship exit. It was amazing. It was like a
Nice.
script. It was like a fucking script.
My tenure, I went, and I was relevant at the time, and then so was my fiance at the
You're
time.
still relevant.
Who's
kid.
your who's your fiance?
At the time, that was Gina Carano. She's a
What?
No big deal.
You were engaged.
No big
to
deal.
Colorado?
Yeah.
Wait,
that happened.
really?
Yeah, I built
She
that
doesn't
girl.
fight anymore. She's fucking.
She's a
movie star.
She's
Yeah,
a movie
movie star.
star.
She's in the
Legit.
Fast and Furious or some shit.
Yep.
Damn.
So I built
Fuck
her.
them.
I built
We're
her
Black
into an
Rebel
MMA
Coffee.
fighter, and then she went with me to my 10-year reunion. And so,
No way.
man, walking in there, yeah. And I walked in, and I graduated high school at 6 foot tall, 126 pounds. Like I had
Solid.
I had like a swimsuit model body, like
You're
a Sports
Victor- yeah.
Illustrated swimsuit model
Victoria's
body.
Secret up in
yeah.
that bitch.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and so now here I came back. I got a little meat on me. I got a hot chick on my arm who's a fucking superstar, and things were very different.
I skipped mine. I
Did
skipped
ya?
my tenure. Yeah.
I miss mine.
It's funny.
too.
Everybody's just bigger.
Yeah, and like I feel like the people that go are still lingering on that like high school thing, other than the people that kind of show up and you're just like, fuck it, I'll show up. But the majority of people are like, I'm lingering onto that high school
Oh yeah.
fame.
Oh, dude.
And listen,
Every
like, let's be real,
every
we're
football
all-
player was there.
Yeah, we're all fatter and uglier than we were in. Well,
Yeah.
actually not me.
And
I
I get better looking.
I was an ugly duckling.
I'm
not
a
gonna
late
lie.
bloomer. Yeah.
Yeah, I
think
get
was-
better looking.
I was definitely a late bloomer. You
Yeah.
know, like
The most
like I did
successful,
okay.
the most successful people in life that I've met are actually late bloomers because they have that like shitty part of their life and they turn it around and be like, I can live the rest of my life this way.
Yeah. No, I had no desire to go back. Like it's like, okay, I'm gonna travel all the way back to Virginia, but for what? Like, my life is here right now. Like
High
I've got
school's
too much
lame.
shit
I
to
think
do.
the 30s are probably your best, and even the 40s. 30s, 40s, 50s are probably the best years.
Or
you're gonna
you
have.
could be like
Absolutely.
Ed Hafer and fucking still be rad when you're 70 plus
that
years
guy's
old.
so rad.
Man,
I mean, but like really individually though, you're gonna slow down a little bit. Your knees are gonna hurt a little more. So
did
you
I
have
say
that.
Evan or Ed? I meant Ed.
I'm saying Ed.
Yes,
It-
Ed
it-
Haver,
you know what it
not
depends
Ed.
on, Matt?
Bender.
You know what it
What's
depends
that?
on is if your 40s, 30s, 40s, and 50s are going to be better, is your life as a person. If you're growing as a person and you haven't stopped whatever it is, if you're already retired at like 42 or 45,
Yeah, if you haven't given up.
yeah,
Don't be
it's
a
going to be a
fucking
hard
douchebag.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard grind to the next 30 years of your life if you're retired and don't have anything interesting to do or to work for, to strive for. That's gonna be a weird part. Now, like, even if I
You know
had
what I'm saying, Ross? Why live in the past when you can create the future?
oh, look at that.
Yeah.
You know what else?
Boom.
they
Hashtag
say? Start
Pinterest.
thinking
Hashtag Pinterest.
globally.
I don't know. I
but
just made
acting
that up.
locally.
I was like,
We need
That
a
was
poster.
good.
Yeah,
we need a poster.
Can someone meme that of my face and put that on there? I feel like that's a good one.
That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen now.
That's really good.
Like who's this? The Christmas guy? Why live in the past when you can create the future?
Christmas. Who's the Christmas guy?
you talking
Who's
about?
the big black guy that does like hello?
James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones is getting good, man. It's
Wait,
getting
where
good.
did the Christmas thing come from?
He does
Where
the
did Christmas come from?
He does the Christmas stories like.
Oh, go home, Matt
It's
Best.
like
You're
it's like
drunk.
Twas the night before Christmas. We're all through the house. There wasn't a noise, not even a mouse.
Just when do you think
Somebody with
Sorry,
a
that was my-
somebody with a plugged nose. Somebody needs to blow their nose.
Yo, dog, like I can talk like.
I want to know who this guy is.
Man.
James Earl Jones. It's fucking James
James
Earl
Earl
Jones.
Jones.
Jesus.
James Earl Jones.
Screaming.
you,
Oh,
Ross, dude.
oh.
Fucking
Screaming.
Ross,
All you gotta do
dude.
is say fucking Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking Darth Vader.
Or
He's
Lion
the
King.
voice of CNN.
Pennsylvania, that's where I'm from.
Dude, we're
like the bluegrass song.
We are drunk.
Yeah, hey guys, everybody's everybody's
Wait,
super
wait.
lit. We're about to that point for the Drinking Bro of the Week, kids.
All right,
Oh,
let's-
Chad.
That's
Let's
where
do
we're
it.
at.
Bring
This
him.
one was
Bring him.
submitted by Anthony Pangallo. Man, another fucking sad
Spelling?
you want the spelling? Pangallo.
Pangalo.
You want me to use it in a sentence?
Pangelo.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like to make fun of names until I hear the story because
Go.
No.
fucking sad.
Yeah, way to go, kid.
Yeah,
Okay,
way
my
to-
bad.
Way to go,
My
kid,
bad.
you jackass.
My bad. I just wanted to know the name.
He lost a friend of his. He says, "Hey, Drinking Bros, I was wondering if you could have my buddy and fellow soldier as the Drinking Bro of the Week. He has been struggling
Sweet.
with his personal life for a while and unfortunately took his life last night when he was just about to turn 24 on the 1st of July. He was one of my groomsmen and a brother. His name was Michael." And that's all I wanted to say about him. And I appreciate it. Thank you, Drinking Bros, and cheers. Cheers, Anthony.
Cheers, man.
cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers.
here's to him.
Again, man, unfortunately, these stories pop up all too often. And it would be awesome if we never had a Drinking Bro of the Week who took his own life again. That would be great. So hopefully
Let's work on that.
Yeah,
Let's-
fuck
let's-
that.
That's a good
Yeah.
goal.
that would be amazing. But shit, man, this was
Hey,
a
you don't
fucking
you don't,
blast. This
you
show.
got friends. You have
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, I man, a lot of times people have a hard time managing DMs and stuff like that, but legitimately, like if anybody is in a weird place or whatever, send something to any of us. I mean,
Oh yeah.
we'll be happy to talk. Like
You
seriously.
fucks. My email is Logan at Black Rifle Coffee.
Boom.
If you are struggling, like I'll fucking talk to you. Like that shit is bullshit.
Yeah.
You're meant to be here on the fucking planet.
Fuck
for
yeah.
a
Yeah.
reason. Email me. I'll fucking talk you
Yep.
through it. I don't care about all this bullshit. Oh, is your life hard? Yeah, all of our fucking lives are hard.
I'm here for you.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
here for you.
dude,
Yeah, yep,
reach out,
yep.
talk to somebody. We're here for you, Matt.
Pissed
Kit,
off and happy at the same time.
Logan, fucking me, Josh Tyler.
I-
DM
I-
us
I mean,
I read all DMs.
Every single
DM
one.
I read.
every single one.
What you got to do here is like another Pinterest meme, right? So it's like life's a motherfucker, but fuck the mother, right? So it's like
Yeah.
Bam.
it's a motherfucker, but hey, fucking wake up in the morning and
Yeah.
fuck the mother, dude. Let's not your own mother. That's disgusting. But
Yeah,
like,
ew.
nah.
Yeah.
Hey man, if you
I
guys are
didn't-
doing
I wasn't
something,
going
reach
there.
out to somebody, man. Like across your board, there's people that are gonna look out for you, and no matter what, you'll still feel alone if you do it. But like, wake up in the morning with a clear head and get through it. Like that's life is super challenging. I think all of us have probably been in that spot, but like, there's so much happiness to be found. Just let it be found. Okay.
Exactly. And man, this show was actually a blast. I
like the
said that
actually.
earlier.
Actually,
Fucking dick.
Hey, no, look. I
we had a bunch of fighters
I love
on
these
here.
night shows.
We had a bunch
Yeah.
of fighters, and
I
it
thought
actually,
you guys were gonna shit the bed,
Yeah.
but it was actually good.
No.
You know, it was
I
the
mean,
blast,
I
my
like these night
LCL.
shows when everybody gets fucking hammered, and it's like the old times. It's like the olden times.
We're bringing it back. We told the
Yeah.
Drinking Bros. We're gonna try to get as hammered as we can when we can.
Yeah.
So like, I have to fly out here in actually 6 hours. So I just said fuck
All the
it.
way to trash can shitting.
It's only. I only got a 2.5 hour flight. It's easy. It's an easy day. So I'll shit in the airplane trash can.
There you
nice. Yeah, I'm almost
Like you know where you put the fucking the Kleenex after you wipe it.
yeah.
I just
Push it
shit
down.
in there, and
There's a
then
little amount of force.
it's usually in line with the toilet. So I piss in the toilet and then shit in the fucking Kleenex tumbler.
nice. Zero fucks given.
Big fan of that.
Oh, that's a tippy toes. That's a
night,
tippy toes
y'all.
venture.
I'm too short for that. Actually, I can't do it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stand on
Yeah,
the toilet.
I perk it up like Nicki Minaj. You
Oh,
know?
nice.
Yeah,
No,
that's a good one.
For Hot Logan, Hot Drunk Logan, Josh Tyler MMA on Instagram, Mr. Matt Best.
Well, hey Ross, before you do the final conclusion,
Kit Cope?
These guys came in and worked extra late. It's almost 10 p.m. here, so plug your fucking your Instagrams, homos.
Logan.
Logan, you're up first.
Hey,
You're so fucking drunk. Man. You're so fucking drunk.
Oh, I love him that way
And
though.
you just
He's so
took a
cuddly.
giant pull of whiskey.
He's so cuddly when he's drunk.
I've been working on it.
Okay, what's
for
your
a while.
Instagram? Logan Black Rifle Logan, right?
Black Rifle Coffee _ Logan. Do you like getting an erection?
That is
Okay,
illegible.
there it was.
I'm not done yet.
Wait, let him finish. Let him
That's a good
finish.
sales pitch.
Let him finish.
Do you like getting an erection? Do you like high blood pressure?
What is this?
I don't know, but I can't even hear.
Okay,
I'm not mad about
I'm
it.
weirded
No,
out now. All right,
let me
here.
finish.
What?
Is there more to that?
All right,
Is there more?
that's a no go.
I
Okay.
had a pitch and you all
All right.
fucked it up.
10 seconds to give your pitch, Josh, on your Instagram. Give us a better pitch.
I'm not.
Give us a good pitch, though. Ready? 3, 2, 1, pitch.
At Josh Tyler MMA, sometimes it's a little homoerotic, but I try not to go past the peak. Okay, I live my life.
The last
quarter
ones
mile
were
at a
pretty
time.
homoerotic.
Yeah, dude, they were, and I'm
With
not
the
scared.
shirt off.
I'm not scared about it.
They were actually pretty hot.
Hey, it's shirts off stuff, but also family stuff. You know.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
Kit, let's hear your pitch.
Mine is at Kit Cope. Everything from Twitter to Instagram to Facebooks, everything.
Facebooks.
KITCOPE, Kit Cope.
Four-time world
Four-time world champion. There's not a ton
go.
of fight stuff on there, but I got lots of guns and
All the
boobies
guns.
and retardedness.
Ross, these guys are killing me here.
I know. Jesus.
If I could pitch their Instagram, it'd be Black Rifle Coffee _ Logan, which is like, if you want to see me with puppies, guns, and productions I didn't pay for, come follow me. If you wanted to see homoerotic content of me fucking sharpening a knife and doing Superman shit, follow Josh Tyler MMA.
Yes. Yeah.
If you want to see my abs, and more abs than my giant fucking dog with a lot of guns, follow Kit _
That is
Cope.
perfect.
Wow.
I never wear
on.
a shirt, by the way. I'm
No
never
shirt.
in a shirt.
Hashtag no shirts.
Yeah, I mean, it's like fat.
It's my
Tits
lifestyle.
and a fat girl, you know.
Yeah.
Hold
Abs
on,
and a skinny guy.
I need the mic for a second.
Oh God,
So I had
an erection.
we gotta get out of here. What's up?
I had the opportunity to read a couple pages of your book that's coming out soon, and Ross, you will appreciate this. But the thing that I appreciate about Matt Best is his spectrum from the most talented, craziest shit
Again, I paid him for this.
to no, he didn't. The most fucked up shit you've ever heard.
Full spectrum.
I've read 9 pages. I read 9 pages of Matt Best's book, and I was like, no one's ever done this with a book before. Oh God!
America.
And that's it. That's it.
Thank you, buddy. I
So the
appreciate
rest
that.
is up to you to decide.
I'm
but
excited.
I'm
Appreciate that, dude.
I'm prepping the field for Matt Best.
I like that.
I may have a chub until it comes out.
Which is
Just a half a chub.
which is pretty cool, man. And I'll thanks for that, Logan. I greatly appreciate that. And Ross, this is the high five to you, man. Ross and I, we've been working this thing for fucking ever, and I don't think people know the amount of work that goes into a book. It is what it is. But
That's why I haven't written one.
I think we did
crazy.
justice with it. I think we did justice, man. And Ross, thank you so much, man. Like this dude, Ross took goddamn, 120 hours of tape, put it on text, and then how many drafts have we done, dude?
Boy.
It's been a process.
Yeah, you know what? I stopped saving draft numbers simply for the fact of I don't want to think about it. I know, seriously, you don't want to think about how many drafts you've done like together, because collectively, I would say it's somewhere in the 20s or 30s, but like, you always want it to seem fresh. So I never keep track of it.
It's actually a lot. He was being conservative for the first time in his life. Is a lot more than that. But kind of a cool thing. Tonight, we actually submitted the book to the CIA and the DOD for approval, which I don't think there'll be any recourse because we're super OPSEC friendly. So cheers. Internet high five,
super
Ross.
PC. No, there will be nothing racy about this book whatsoever, right?
Well, I was like, wait, what?
On the OPSEC side.
Yeah, no, zero OPSEC, but it's super fucked up.
Yeah.
It's the best comedy ever eaten. So,
Yeah.
all right, you can give your outro now. I just wanted to fuck with the dudes. Thanks, Ross.
No,
Love you, buddy.
man. Hey, dude, tonight was a fucking fun show, man. For Matt Best, Josh Tyler, Hot Logan, who's probably passed out. Kit Cope. Kit Cope. I am Ross Patterson. We're the Drinking Bros. Good night, everyone.
Nah.